Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining me for Rutter Renovations again, and wanted to ask you, does your gate look like this? If it does, it's time to redo it, and redo it the right way so that this doesn't happen again. Stay tuned and you'll learn how to make a non-sagging gate. Once you get the old fence off, you can kind of see the way that this gate is constructed. You can see that they were just butted up against here, and that really doesn't allow for a lot of weight to come down, which over time just makes the gate sag. So what we're going to do is, instead of just having it butted up against here, we're going to have these two pieces and this square frame all become one piece, and then we'll brace it to where it's going to be even stronger and won't sag like this sad gate. Alright, so this is actually a double gate, and so what we're going to do is we're going to measure from each side, and we're going to measure the full length of the gates, and then we'll go and build our gates. And we're going to redo both of them because this one's dragging on the ground as well. And so we'll get both of them done at one time, and we'll have a nice looking gate at the end. Make sure to leave about an inch or two for where the two gates will meet up. Alright, so we have our wood. We're going to cut it to the size that it's supposed to be. My gate is 77.5 inches and by 53.5 for the frame. And then we're going to take away half of the thickness where they join up. That way we can put the glue on there, make them one solid piece so we can have a non-sagging solid gate. So here we go. Alright, so I'm cutting the pieces to length. I'm using the table saw to cut halfway into the depth and making multiple slits, and then using a chisel to cut out the excess. So you can see the result of thinning out half of the boards. That way whenever you put them together, they're going to have a strong bond. And they're going to be, once we glue them, screw them together, they're going to be like one strong piece. Now the key is having this straight edge here, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow it to have strength. You don't want it to be cockeyed or not touching all the way. You want it to be flush up against that straight edge, because that's what's going to give it the strength and help it to become one piece. Alright, make sure you put glue on both sides, because just screws alone or nails are not going to do. Over time that's going to give out, and so by gluing it, you're ensuring that these pieces become one. The glue itself will in most cases be stronger than the wood itself. So once you get each corner glued up, you can put screws in it, and do that for each remaining corner of the gate frame. Alright, as you can see, I have the gate propped up on some blocks. That way I can slip the cross brace underneath it, and that allows us to easily just trace where we're going to cut for the brace. And we want the brace going on the hinge side. We want it to be on the bottom, and then on basically the non-hinge side, we want the brace to be up at the top, holding the gate up to where it doesn't sag. So I have mine positioned to where it's going to be both on the bottom of the gate and the side of the gate, as well as the top of the gate and the side of the gate. So it'll be braced from both angles. So you're going to go ahead and draw your lines there. And then you'll be ready to cut. It's another day, so we cut out the board that we marked and drop it right in. Should fit pretty snug. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill in a couple screws using a pocket drill set. You can either use something like this, the Craig drill kit, or if you don't have something like this, you can always screw in long screws that'll go all the way through, and then screw it down that way. When I put my cross braces in, I made sure to put glue on each side of them. That way when I screwed them together, it would pull it tight, and you'd have not only a tight bond where the screws are jointed, but also the glue will hold it as well. Alright, so we got to this point, we got the two frames up. Then we're going to put the pickets on, and we'll be all done. As you can see, we got some level gates. Should open up wide. This is a 12-foot span. should have an equal gap here in between. You'll be ready to put the pickets on and you'll be done. All right, now that we got the gate ready and prepped, now we're gonna put the fence boards on. I screwed a board on the back so it keeps the gate nice and steady and closed together. We're gonna start from the inside and work our way out to the outside of the gate. An easy way to do this is just flip the boards upside down, mark the line. You can see that yellow speed square I was using to make a straight edge, and then just cut it, put it back up, and you can use that white string you see up top for a level line for the top of the fence boards. I also slipped a 2x4 piece underneath each picket just to make sure they were evenly spaced from the ground itself. All right, as you can see, I got a 12-foot span. You can see the back of it. I used the original hardware because if it's not broke, don't fix it. There's no sense in buying a bunch of new hardware if the old stuff is going to work. This is what it looks like from the back, and then we're going to look at the front. All right, you see we got our fully functional gate. Put the latch on there. Keep it secure. I hope y'all like this video. If you like it, subscribe, and look forward to seeing you next time on Rutter Renovations. Talk to you later.